Then today we go over the solution of the required homework for chapter 6 test retake. Number 1, you need to find the measure of one interior angle in the regular polygon. Okay, so let's go over here. Alright. So they give you this diagram, so make sure you count how many sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the number of sides is 8, so n equal 8. So if you want to find the measure of one interior angle, okay, you got the formula equal n subtract 2 multiply with 180 and then you divide by n. Okay, so let's substitute it in. You got n equal 8, so a subtract 2 times 180 divide by 8. Okay, so let's use decimal calculator to do this. So let's see here. Okay. Decimal calculator. Alright. I will choose the option 2 over here. So here. Let's enter the whole formula into your decimal calculator. So n subtract 2, okay, multiply with 180 and then the whole thing divide by n. Okay, so now you just substitute n, in this case is an octagon, equal 8. Alright, equal 8, and then you got answer 135 degrees. Okay, so go back to here and to here 135. Okay, voila. Move on to question number 2. Sum of the angle measure of a polygon with n side is 2340. Find the value of n. Okay, so they give you the sum. They give you the sum of all the angle measure. It means the interior angle. So these value equal n subtract 2 times 180. Okay, and they give you this value equal 2340. So just solve this equation. Solve this equation for n. So first I divide both sides by 180, and let's use calculator over here. Clear this. 2340 divide by 180. I come out exactly 13. Okay, so 13. So it means I come out n subtract 2 equal 13. So if I want to find the value of n, I need to get rid of -2, so I plus 2 on both sides. I come out n equal 15. Okay, so again, when they ask you for sum up of the interior angle, this is the formula. And subtract 2 times 180, and then you set it up equal 2340 right here, and then you solve this equation for n. you the answer right here, 15. Alright. Move on to the next question. Question number 3. Okay, let's clear this. The measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is given below. Find the measure of an interior angle and find the number of sides. Okay. One thing you need to remember is interior angle, measure of interior angle, and exterior angle. They are supplementary. So let's draw a picture over here. Okay. So this is a rhombus. Let's give you an example. Rhombus. Okay. They give you regular. So let's go back here. Get rid of this. All right. So I would draw a hexagon. Okay, I can draw it. I can draw a hexagon. All right. First, I draw a circle. Okay. So here's the center. Let's draw a octagon. Octagon. Okay. From here. Okay. From here. All right. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. More or less. So this is the so this is octagon, regular octagon to be exact. Okay, here we go. So when they talk about the interior and exterior, so this is the interior angle. Okay. This is the interior angle. Okay, the whole thing is the interior angle. And if you want to find the exterior angle, all you need to do is extend one side. Okay, you extend one side. So this is the exterior angle. Okay. So as you see, the interior angle and exterior angle are supplementary. So I take it in a general example. This is a regular octagon. So over here, the angle that's supplementary to 136, that should be 144. Okay. So if you know the exterior angle 36, the interior angle had to be 144. Alright. Alright. Now they ask you how many sides of the polygon. Okay. This is what we do. Sum of all the exterior angle, sum of all exterior angle always equal 360. Okay. Now you know one of the exterior angle 36. So you take 360, you divide by n. N is the number of sides, also the number of the exterior angle. So you come out 36. So you solve this equation. So as you see, this equation, n had to be equal 10, because 360 divided by 10 equal 36. Okay, so how do we solve this equation? I will cross multiply the n to the right side, and then 360 on the left side. I divide 36 down here, so n come out exactly 10. Okay, 10 right here. Here we go. All right, next question. In this diagram, they don't give you the name, but look at the information. Look at the diagram right here. You see the opposite side parallel, two arrows, and the opposite sides over here, they also parallel. So it had to be a parallelogram. So parallelogram. Okay. And in parallelogram, opposite side had to be congruent. So I would set up x plus 2 equal 2x subtract 4. I set up and solve this equation. So I would subtract x on both sides, and then I come out on the right side only x, and I can see that I need to get rid of negative 4, so I plus 4 on both sides. So does that come out x equals 6? That is your answer. Alright, next question. Question 5. Let's play this. Right. Complete the two-column roof. Give the parallelogram ABCD. AC and BD bisect each other at E. Okay, so ABCD is parallelogram. AB parallel to CD, so this should be the definition of parallelogram. Okay. Oh, here we go. Where's my answer box? Come on. My answer box. Oh, he's right here. Okay. So check it. Definition of parallelogram, correct. Alright, angle 1 equal angle 4. Angle 2 equal angle 3. So it had to be alternate interior angle. Okay. Alternate interior angle. You see that? To see. Okay. So seeing you got AB parallel with DC. Okay. So when you draw AC, the two angle 1 right here and angle 4, alternate interior angle. And similarly, you draw the diagonal BD, then you got angle 2 equal angle 3. Alright. Let's check out the answer right here. Alright, correct. Now you got AB congruent to DC. Okay, so let's see the option of here. Opposite side of a parallel are congruent. Okay, that's it. All right. So now we prove with two triangle congruent by ASA. Okay. Oh, ASA. Yeah. Let's see over here. This angle 1, angle 4 congruent, angle 2, angle 3 congruent, and we just prove that AB congruent to DC. So the two triangle have to be ABE, CDE. That's it. ABE, CDE. All right. Similarly, let's see here, AE. So we just proved two triangle congruent. So therefore, the corresponding side had to be congruent. So let's do the marking over here. Let's do different color here. Alright, so it means that AE had to be equal to CE and BE congruent to DE. Alright. Let's see the option over here. Okay. Corresponding part of congruent triangle are congruent. It has to be this option. Alright. So seen we have those congruent to each other. So A had to be midpoint, not A. ACBD, AC and BD bisect each other at E. Alright. That is the option. Alright. Next question, question 6. So now they give it to you a set of parallel lines. You see all the red arrow over here? So it means all these lines parallel to each other. Okay. And beside that, we have BQ from here to here equal to QR and RS. So it means this set of parallel lines will intercept any transversal into equal part. Alright. So let's get orange color. Oh, maybe I should do that's fine. TU, unify TU. TU from here to here. Okay. But from here to here, 2.2. So this one also 2.2. Also 2.2. So you add 2.2 together 3 times, have to be 6.6. Okay. Let's do a similar question. So they give it to you a set of parallel lines, and they give it to you again, PQ equal QR equal RS. So these sets of 4 parallel lines will intercept any transversal into 3 equal parts. So now you need to find WV. Okay. So WV from here to here. Okay. But this part is 2.7, so this one should be 2.7 and 2.7. 2.7, equal 2.7, equal 2.7, it had to be 8.1. Okay. Next question. Alright. Can the following quadrilateral be proven to be a parallelogram based on given information? So you got two opposite side arrow, it means they are parallel, and one mark, it means that they are congruent. So one pair of opposite side, both parallel and congruent. So it had to be, yes, they are. This is a parallelogram. So you have to choose the option yes. Which option? Yes, it is a parallelogram because one pair of opposite side congruent and the other pair opposite side is parallel. That's not the correct answer. It has to be D. It is a parallelogram because one pair of opposite side is congruent and parallel at the same time. So the correct answer is D. Okay. Next question, question 8. Oh, let's do it. Let's try again. Let's do it similar. Alright. They give you angle A equal angle C. Look at the way they mark. One arc. Angle B equal angle D. One arc. So prove this is a parallelogram. Okay. First of all, you add. So opposite angle are congruent. So So if this is x, this one should be also x. This is y, so this is y. When you add 4 interior angle of a quadrilateral, had to be equal to 360. So, and now 2x with x, that's 2x, and you factor after the 2. Y plus y, you add to the 2. So you did what is called distribution, either factoring, but that distribution, distributive property. And does it look like you divide 2 on both sides? So it had to be division property of equality. Angle A, angle B are supplementary, yes. Okay, look it over here. X and Y add to 180. So angle A and angle B are supplementary. Angle A, angle D also supplementary, correct? So therefore AD had to be parallel. AD had to be parallel with BC. Alright? Right here. Okay. And then AB had to be parallel with DC. 2 arrow, 2 arrow. So over here, AB, AB, DC. Okay? What's the reason here? Same side. Same side interior angle are supplementary, and then the line are parallel. Okay. So ABCD is parallelogram. Definition. Okay, that's it. Question 9. They give you L, M, and P is a rectangle. Find the value of X and the length of each diagonal. Okay. In a rectangle, 2 diagonals have to be congruent. Okay. So they give it to you right here. L, M, and P. Okay. So let's connect the diagonal. So LN and then MP, they have to be congruent. So I just set them up equal to each other. Okay. So I set up, they are equal to each other. So LN equal MP. So now substitute in 5x plus 13 equal 9x subtract 3. So solve this. I subtract 5x on both sides, and then I can see that this is come out 4x. I don't want negative 3 here, so I plus 3 on both sides. Okay, so I come out the left side 16. So I divide 4 on both sides. So x equal 4. Okay. So x equal 4. Question 9. Oh, not done yet. Now they ask you for ln. That's okay. You come out x equal 4 already. So right here, substitute at 4. So 5 times 4, that's 20. 20 plus 13, 33. 33. And then MP, you don't have to calculate MP because you already know that MP and LN are congruent. Okay? But you can double check. Put right here. 9 times 4, 36. 36 subtract 3, also 33. So it's correct. Now question number 10. Alright. Diagonals list the quadrilateral that have the given property. Choose among parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, and a square. Diagonal are congruent. Okay. Parallelogram, diagonal are not congruent. So I should not choose as an option. Rhombus, diagonal, congruent. No, they're not. Okay. Rectangle, definitely yes. A square, definitely yes. So rectangle and square. So the option had to be option B. Okay. Let's prove it to you right here. Okay. So as you see, rhombus. I can do the rhombus. You see that? Four sides congruent, but opposite sides are not congruent. Four sides congruent, but diagonal are not congruent. Okay, so let's draw it right here. Give different color. Okay, one diagonal really short, one diagonal really long. Okay, so rhombus should not be in the list. And then parallelogram. Okay, so let's see. I can find parallelogram. Okay, I can sketch it. Here we go. So that's one side. Oh Lord. Okay. Now this one. Okay. So you got parallelogram. Okay. I try to make sure opposite. So now you can see when I connect diagonal, they are not congruent. Okay. One is short, one is much longer. Okay. And you already know rectangle, two diagonal are congruent. Okay. So this is rectangle. Okay. So and a square, I can draw a square right now. So this is square. So when you draw two diagonal in rectangle, oops, I can draw better. Here we go. Here we go. One more. Alright, so two diagonal congruent. A square. Okay. So since we already added, I can say a few more things about the diagonal. Okay. So these two diagonal bisect each other. Okay, bisect each other. Also perpendicular. In parallelogram, two diagonal bisect each other, but they are not perpendicular. Okay. In rectangle, two diagonal bisect each other into four equal parts. Okay. In a square, two diagonal also bisect each other, but also perpendicular. Alright, next question. Check answer. Alright, next question. Question 11. ABCD is a rectangle. Find the length of each diagonal. So they give you two diagonal over here. Okay, they give you the name AC, not next to each other, so it had to be diagonal. And then BD, not next to each other. So let's set up two diagonal equal each other. AC equal BD. So 3x subtract 7 equal x plus 3. Multiply it in 3 times x, 3x, 3 times negative 7, negative 21 equal x plus 3. Okay, so I subtract x on both sides. I come out 2x. I can see that I need to solve x, so I need to isolate x. So I don't want negative 21 here. So I add 21 on both sides. So I come out 2x equal 24. So x equal 24 divided by 2, which is 12. Okay. But they ask you for AC, they do not ask you for x. So go over here, substitute x at 12. So 12 subtract 7, that's a 5. 5 times 3, that's a 15. So the answer here, 15. Alright. And then we don't know two diagonal are congruent. So BD should be also 15. But you can double check the answer over here. 12 plus 3 also 15. So that is correct. Question 12. Can you conclude that a parallelogram is a rhombus, a rectangle, or a square? So they give it to you two diagonal perpendicular. Okay. Two diagonal not congruent, so cannot be a rectangle. Perpendicular alone, so that has to be a rhombus. It cannot be a square because they don't give you four sides. They didn't indicate that two diagonal congruent. All right, so it has to be rhombus. Continue. Okay. Those correct. Choose the correct explanation. Diagonal. The diagonal parallelogram are congruent. No, it's not. No determinant can be made with the given information. The diagonal and parallelogram bisect a pair of opposite angle. It didn't say that on the diagram. The parallelogram is both a rhombus and a rectangle. No, it's not. Diagonal of a parallelogram are perpendicular. That's it. All right, perpendicular. Perpendicular. Okay. Perpendicular. I just check it. Perpendicular. All right. To be exact, this question they also need to say that two diagonal bisect each other. Okay, bisect each other. Okay. Next question. 13. Okay, 13. They give you a rhombus, okay, and they ask you to find the value of x. So again, in the rhombus, two diagonal perpendicular. So you got 90 degrees over here. And they give you these two angles right here. They are not congruent, you guys. They are not. They complementary because this three angle in the triangle add up to 180, and this angle right here already 90. So the leftover, the two leftover angles have to add up to 90 degrees. So you want to solve for x? I would add 7x plus 6. Add with 4x plus 7 equal 90 degrees. Do not set them up equal each other. Alright, so solve for this. 7x and 4x, that's 11x. 6 add 7, that's a 13. Equal 90. Subtract 13 on both sides. I come 11x equal 77. I divide 11 on both sides. I come out x equal 7. Alright, so the answer is x equal 7. Alright, question 14. They give you an isosceles trapezoid. So when they say isosceles trapezoid, oh, it's right here. Two legs are congruent. So therefore, the two base angle right here have to be congruent. So angle 1 and 42 have to be congruent. So I have to put right here angle 1, 42 degree. Alright. Now angle 2. Angle 1, 42. So you see here, two opposite bases are parallel. So angle 1, angle 2 have to be supplementary because they are same side interior angle. Okay. Right here. 1 and 2 have to add up. So this one already you know 42 degree. So therefore angle 2 equal 180 and you subtract 42 and that should be 138 degree. So go over here, I put 138. Okay, now angle 3 and angle 2 have to be equal to each other. So also 138. Alright, next question. We are almost done. Question 15. Let's clear this. So they give this you a kite. Okay. In the kite, two diagonal have to be perpendicular. So this angle right here perpendicular. So angle 1 had to be 90 degree. Alright, and now they ask you for angle 2. Again, in this triangle, if this angle 1 right here, also 90 degrees. So angle 2 and angle 51 had to be complementary. So angle 2 had to be 39 degrees. Okay, because 39 angle 51 equal 90 degrees. 39. Angle 3. This is the kite. So angle 3 and angle 51 have to be equal to each other. Look at the arrangement of the kite over here. Okay. You see over here, they give it to you. 1 mark, 1 mark, 2 mark, 2 mark. So you see that over here in this kite, the diagonal AC is like the line reflection. Okay, so I can draw it right here. Oops, I can do better. Okay, it's like a line of reflection. Right here. Okay, here we go. You see, it mean everything on the left side, everything on the right side had to be equal to each other. So therefore, angle 3 and angle 51 had to be equal to each other. And now the next thing is, I think that's it. That's it. Let's do question 16. 16. This is isosceles trapezoid, and they give you these two bases, two legs are congruent. So in isosceles trapezoid, the base angle had to be congruent, and the two base angle down here also congruent to each other. So I would set up 2x plus 20 equal 72. Okay. I solve for x, I don't want 20 here, I subtract 20 on both sides, I come out 2x equal 52. Divide 2 on both sides, I come x equal 26. So the answer is 26. Alright, question 17. We're almost done here. Can two angles of a kite be opposite and acute? Explain. Can two angles of a kite be opposite and acute? I guess yes. The answer is yes. Let's draw that. Let's draw a kite. Okay, let's draw a kite. Here we go. This is the over here. The other one right in the middle. Okay, right in the middle, right here. Okay, over here. Okay, that's gonna be a kite. Alright. Now I connect, give different color, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. So when I draw this kite, I draw two diagonal. These two are congruent, but these two are not. Okay, so I got my kite. So you see that the two opposite angle right here, they're less than 90 degrees. They're opposite and they are acute. So the answer is yes. So let's choose the answer over here. Yes, because other pair opposite angle can be right angle. No. Because opposite angle, other pair no. Because other pair can be obtuse. So the answer is D. Okay. Alright, here we go. Question 18. They give you the triangle, they give you 3 points and ask you if the triangle is scalene, isosceles, or equilateral. Okay, so I would use decimal calculator, decimal roughing calculator. So I type decimal. Here we go. Or you can use roughing paper. Okay, so let's move on the side here for a second. So enter the 3 points in. -5, -3, 5. That 1 point. Next point is 3, 5, 2 point. Next point is 0, 1, 0, 1. Alright, got 3 points. Look at over here. Let's connect the 3 points together. Okay. From here to over here. From here to over here. Oh. And from here to over here. Alright. Okay. So you can see this is isosceles because the two sides over here, they are congruent. Okay. Because they belong to the triangle over here. This triangle over here. This is, let's give it some names, easier to say it. A, B, C. And let's give the name right here, let's say D. So in the triangle ACD, okay, AC is a hypotenuse. The two legs is 3 units over here. From here to here, 3 units. And from here to here, that's a 4 unit. Okay. And in the triangle BCD, BC is hypotenuse. The two legs is DB also 3 units. And DC also 4 units. So therefore, AC and BC equal each other. So it has to be isosceles. So I put it here, isosceles. Two sides congruent, that's isosceles. Here we go. Question 19. Okay, let's do a similar. They give you 4 points over here. are vertices of a rectangle. Determine the coordinate of midpoint for each side and determine the midpoint if the midpoint are vertices of the vertices of rectangle. Okay, so let's find the midpoint. Here you got, they give you 2 points. If you want to find the midpoint, so this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So if you want to find the midpoint, let's see midpoint M over here. Had to be, the x part of your midpoint had to be, you add the 2x together, you divide by 2. The y part of your midpoint, you add a 2y, and you divide by 2. So let's see over here. 0 add with 5. 0 add with 5, divide by 2. And then a add with 3. A add with 3, divide by 2. So 0, 5 divided by 2, that's a 2.5. Okay, and this is 11 divided by 2, 5.5. So that is the answer of your first midpoint right here. So make sure you put right as an order pair. So 2.5 comma 5.5. Okay, close it. You got one midpoint. Okay. So the next midpoint, very similar, very similar. So 5 add with 3, that's a 8. 8 divided by 2, that's a 4. 3 add with 1, that's a 4. 4 divided by 2, that's a 2. Alright. The next midpoint is, of these 2 points, 3 add with negative 2, that's a 1. 1 divided by 2 is at 0.5, 0.5, comma. 1 add with 6, that's a 7. 7 divided by 2, 3.5. And the last midpoint right here, negative 2 add with 0, that's a negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2, negative 1. 6 add with 8, that's 14. 14 divided by 2, that's a 7. Alright. So now they ask you if all those 4 midpoints form a rectangle. Okay, so let's use a decimal graphing calculator again. Right here. Okay, let's enter these 4 points. Let's enter all these points. Okay, 0, 8, 0, 8, 1 point, 5, 3, second point, third point is 3, 1, alright. Last point is negative 2, 6, alright. And then, okay, here we go. Here we go. So this is the rectangle. Let's connect them. Let's connect them together. Okay. This is the rectangle. Okay, midpoint right here. 1 midpoint, 2 midpoint has to be right here. 3 midpoint, and the 4 midpoint right here. So when you, let's connect the 4 midpoint together. So these 4 midpoints form not a rectangle. Okay. It had to be a rhombus. They did not ask for it. They just asked you if it's a rectangle or not. So the answer is no. No, no, no. Okay. Are the midpoints the vertices a rectangle? The answer is no. Okay. Last question here. Last question. Oh, the same thing. Last question. Oh, different question. So let's give you similar over here. They give you 4 points, so you can use decimal graphing. So you plot these 4 points. So let's move it here. Okay, 4 points. Over here, 2, 3, 1, 7, 3, 2 point. -2, -5. Alright. Last point, -7, -5. Alright. So where are they? Look at over here. Oh, here we go. So this is a parallelogram. Okay, let's connect. One, two. As you see, these two opposite sides, they parallel. And they not just also parallel, they are congruent. Okay. So let's see over here. You see that these two sides, they both horizontal, so they parallel. And you can calculate how many units from here to here. That's a 5. From here to here, also 5. So that is a parallelogram. And I already know the next question. They ask you to find the area of this. So base times height. Okay, so base, you got 5 units. And the height is from one vertex, can be a vertex, go to the base down here. Okay, so I can count how many units here. Okay, how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8. So base times height, so 5 times 8, that's a 40. Okay, so parallelogram, the answer is F. The area, okay, so 5 times 8, that's a 40. Done. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a good day.